Welcome. And today we'll dive into the confession and reactions to the post from CDog77 titled, "My bully is dead." Hi, this is Derek. I just put the Drama Llama, Fred, back in his pen so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. Oh boy, let's get ready for some confessions. My bully is dead. 7th and 8th grades were by far the two worst years of my life due to the fact that I was relentlessly bullied by Joseph, made up name. The bullying got so bad at times that there were several instances I contemplated ending it all. Yesterday, while randomly Googling, I found out Joseph ended up being a loser criminal. In the article I read about him, the cops said he had a rap sheet 30 feet long. Joseph is also dead. While I generally don't wish ill will on anyone, I am here to confess that I am glad Joseph is dead. I got so much pleasure finding out that Joseph amounted to nothing but a loser criminal who was addicted to heroin and crack. In my opinion, the world is better off without Joseph, and I am kicking myself that I let this loser affect me so much when I was younger. I wish there was a way to travel back in time and tell my younger self to stand up to Joseph, but alas, that is not possible. If I knew where he was buried, I would love to go piss on his grave. Feels good to get this out. Thanks for listening. What are your thoughts on CDog77's confession? Please share in the comments below. Now let's go on to hear how some Reddit members reacted to this confession. Slumberjack7 commented, "My bully picked on me for a chronic illness I have no control over mercilessly for years. He drowned early on when I was in high school. The next day I went to school, it was like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. No one ever really bothered me from that day forward and my life improved immensely. Before that I had a plan to end my life that I had attempted once already. No one had a nice thing to say about him except his family. I wished him dead all the time. Don't lose any sleep over it, I don't." Mad Maxturbator commented, "People have a tendency to overvalue others' lives because we're all generally decent people and we assume that others are too. Now, I don't support the death penalty, there are a wide array of reasons for that. But an active a-hole, someone who is actively abusing, hurting others, dying? So what? Good riddance. I'm glad your life improved." Duppy commented, "Whoever lives longer has the last laugh. A teacher once told me, all you do is take up space. I did a little celebratory dance when I found out he died of cancer. At least I'm not taking up a plot of space in a churchyard. Haha." Game Sans Frontiers commented, "Just because someone dies, it doesn't erase their shitty deeds. I wouldn't lose sleep over it either. Don't speak ill of the dead. Unless they were a massive asshole." Just a random guy 9999 commented, "Like, I'm not for murder, I'm a peaceful person, I break up fights with my coworkers at work if I can, and I cry when I accidentally kill a bug or a fly. Even when I have my meltdowns from my autism, I have a golden rule. The only rule I can follow when I have my meltdowns. Whatever you do, F up whatever you want, may it be a chair, or a table, or punch a wall. But never, 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 never lay a finger on another living being. It helps me to not turn into my dad, long story short, abusive dad, but one day, my bully tried to drown me. This little sack of effing poop, this waste of air, this D-twat effing Eisenhower, you know, the kid who never ties his belt and always just lets his pants hang down to their knees, was with me when we were school swimming. You have these big triple A effing mats that a kid can't carry, he pushed me under that and kept me under it. We were just kids, but damn, I never wanted to lay my hands on someone's throat so bad before. A lifeguard had to jump in the pool, carry me out and proceed to do CPR on me. He almost effing murdered me. Little poop got expelled. Turns out this school was his 5th or so. I can't imagine how many schools he has been through so far. He never got charged with anything, just a tick on the wrist and there you go. I sincerely hope he finds a person who will F him up so bad that his own mother won't recognize his body anymore. God effing damn it. EFFF, I'm sorry for the rant. Okay, let's take a breather after that chapter from War and Peace. Let's try to calm down again. Deep breaths. Come on guys, I don't hear any deep breaths. Okay, that's great, now let's move on. Kanahemo comment. Holy effing poop, if someone did that to any of my friends, or probably just to anyone, I would jump that bitch and F him up so bad he will never try anything like that again. Just a random guy 9999 followed up with. Yeah, I know people don't really like internet tough talk, but I just know that if I see his F face ever again, I'm not gonna hold myself anymore. I haven't gotten a fear of water, but I've got PTSD cause of this effort. Anytime I go below water and get stuck for 1 second I freak the F out and can't hold my breath anymore. I've had to be pulled out of the water later in life multiple times cause of this poop head. Even if he wasn't there, every time I'd get stuck underwater I'd just see his effing face and nothing else. Just, words can't describe how much anger I feel for him and how bad he made my life. F him, F him, F him, F him. Spunky Sasquatch commented. Hey, just some random internet wisdom, but it seems like this incident has had a pretty hard effect on you. While I know that this kid was a bully to you, one that could have seriously hurt you, he was still just a child. I'm not telling you that you don't have a right to be angry about that painful memory, because you absolutely do. What I mean to say is that this happened to you, and as a result it reaffirmed your ideas that violence is unnecessary. There's no shame in being a pacifist, but part of that thinking is accepting what others have done to you and forgiving them for their actions. You don't have to forgive him to make him feel better, you don't have to forgive him at all really, but seeing you react to this memory so strongly leads me to believe you need to forgive him and other people like him in your life for the sake of your own sanity. Again, I'm not taking his side, but you said that this was his 5th school he had been to, so imagine the hardships he had leading up to him being violent. He may have also had an abusive family, he may have really thought the only way to express emotion was to act violently. Unfortunately, he really might have just not had the wisdom you have, and that violence is very rarely ever the answer. I know that you're angry, but please just consider what I'm saying. Don't let this person have the same effect on you now that you did when you were young. You owe it to yourself to accept that kind of peace. I wholeheartedly agree. You know, Fred always tells me about his younger days when he had anger issues. It wasn't until he gave himself permission to forgive others that he got more mellow and a joy to be around. He said, once he realized that forgiving others is not about letting them off the hook, it's about letting yourself off the hook for trying to hold them responsible. It made a big change in his burdens and allowed him to move on and accomplish much more out of life. Turtle Kebab commented. Some people are a lot like clouds, because life is so much brighter when they go. Homeless_night commented. Dangerous philosophy, I'm sure there are others who would think the same of us. Ramas commented. Wishing someone to die is more bad than the acts of these certain people. You should see Hated in the Nation of Black Mirror. Combo Rambo 97 commented. Guys, this post is not about debating over whether we're a product of our environment, or some of us are just born evil. It's about being at peace and moving on, I'm pretty sure. Combo Rambo 97 commented again. I mean, I myself don't really believe anyone's actually evil. Most of the horrible poop that humans do either stem from an amoral place, such as the feel to steal and murder, or mental disorders they might have, like psychopathy, or narcissistic personality disorder. but we're wired to demonize those kind of people because they're dangerous to us, and to a large extent they are. 9Nina9 commented, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You are a product of your environment. If your parents are alcoholics, you might grow up as one too, or see the true effects of it, and keep yourself away from alcohol. Your environment affects you. That's it." Effie Sprinkles commented, "I believe wholeheartedly that we are all products of our environment. This includes bullies. At the same time, I don't believe the victims of bullies are obliged to forgive being effed with. No matter how justified a bully is for being who they are, from a high-level, moralistic perspective. You and I are allowed to hate, despise, and wish general malaise on anyone who has ever effed with us. Are a bully's actions understandable and forgivable from a holistic standpoint? Perhaps. But it's not fair to expect their victims to be all kumbaya and poop." Master Quain commented, "While I mostly agree, I also think that the only way to truly be at peace with whatever trauma a said bully inflicts on you is to forgive and to actually sympathize with him/her. When you continue to hold on to the hate, you can never truly free yourself of that trauma/negativity. Hate takes energy, and you will remain a prisoner to it as long as you hold on to it, whether the perpetrator dies or not, whether it be through your relieved memory of them or your view that the world or humans are negative or evil in nature. When you let go of that hate and sympathize with the perpetrator, you see some of yourself within them. You can detach yourself from that trauma and truly move on. You can see that the world is not a place full of victims and perpetrators. It is just living things playing with whatever hand they were dealt." Dorcas 23373 commented, "I get it. Upon finding out the guy who raped and attempted to murder me, he got 3 months in jail and I hopped provinces to run away. Turns out jail wasn't kind to him and he killed himself. The guilt over the relief I feel sucks, but also, the world is so much safer now. He attacked 7 girls before he tried to kill me, and he was super mentally unwell and just a danger. His mom likes to harass me and call me a murderer all the time, because I press charges, I guess. That's the only time I feel guilty about being relieved, but I don't blame her. She lost a son, hard to handle." Dorcas 23373 commented again, "Oh, I'm sure she had a piece to play in who he turned out to be. But on a base level, she's a mom. I would never expect her to take my side. As to her, I'm not a person. I'm her link to a situation that led to her son's death. I feel guilty because in part I still blame myself. That's not her fault either, it's my inner narrative that's incorrect." Ping Pong and Amnesia commented, "You know, you wouldn't have been the last one. You saved countless other girls, and even if you pressing charges pushed him to do it, it's better him than you, and the next girl, and the next one. I'm sorry his mom has a lot of misplaced anger, and I'm sorry that she tries to guilt you. Hopefully one day she can get out of the fog she's in and see him for what he was. Don't let her get to you, please. And please don't let yourself feel guilty about the choices he made. They were his to make and you did the right thing." Justice for Dogs 2020 commented, "I would taunt his mother just because she deserves giving birth to a criminal. Of course, make sure there's no evidence of such action. But that's just me." Hijinks commented, "While this seems to always be the case, an overdose was the same with my bully. When I was younger he really got to me, but now I just pity him. He obviously was going through some poop or had some childhood trauma and acted out because of it. Mine was beat up by his dad, parents divorced, dad cheated. He had a really sad and difficult life, and it sounds like your bully did too. I'm glad you're able to move on now, and I hope you're happy, safe, and proud of all of your successes in life despite his abuse. Edit letter." Effie Sprinkles commented later on, He had a really sad and difficult life. That certainly does, or did, suck. But many of us have sad, difficult childhoods and didn't turn to victimizing others as a form of recourse. Blitz 6969 commented. Not related to bullying, but I had my ex-girlfriend from high school had 2 little brothers, and when you talk to one you always got a feeling that something was off. Well, 10 years later, turns out he killed his drug dealer with a machete, and now will be in prison a long time at 20 or so years old. Sometimes you just meet people and know they're off. I wonder if anybody ever bothered to reach out to him and see if he was going through anything himself. Obviously treating you bad is wrong, but maybe if he was having issues, and somebody working with him. Instead of finding out he was dead, maybe he would have been reaching out to apologize. Whatever this means, commented. Good news. Burial plots are public record. You could actually look this up if you want to. CDog77 replied. For kicks I searched, and I still can't find him. That said, for the record, I live many states away from my hometown, so the likelihood of me actually getting in my car, wasting time, effort, and gas for a few seconds of satisfaction doesn't seem very fun. And finally, Classy Al commented. Good riddance. Some people just suck so much. I hope you are okay today, both mentally and emotionally. My middle school bully ended up killing herself in high school. And much like you, I was relieved. I hate to say it, but when my friends told me the news, I couldn't help but smile. But I hope she's found the peace she so desperately and clearly needed. Well, there you have it. A very spirited conversation around this confession from a bunch of fine, endearing citizens. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. Also, hit that silly little bell too to ensure you get the latest videos. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off. Thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. He must have found more confessions for me to share with you. See you soon.